I love me some Metal Gear Solid. So hey, welcome back, guys. That was probably a break. Probably edited that into a break. I'm planning it in my head, at least. Alright, now it is time to work on entering the church proper. But before we do, we're going to take a quick break over here to pick up some rusted coins. Haha. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rusted coins. An old rusted copper coin. Crushing the coin boosts item discovery. Those who have lost their fortune rely upon this superstitious practice, hoping to retrieve what was once theirs. And more. Hooray! So, if we come over here, this is one of the main entrances to the church, but it is locked. We cannot open it by pushing on it. Big red bug pellet. So, that guy's a distraction for this guy. He's also a distraction for the sniper over there in that little alcove. But here's the thing, that sniper's really dumb. He doesn't understand the concept of sniping. If you walk back here and wait a little while, he's gone! Oh, because he walked down there like a complete idiot. Aren't you a genius? Oh, bad roll. Well, that genius is dead. So these guys have fire pikes. Oh, he lit himself on fire. What a genius. Yeah, don't get hit by them if they light themselves on fire. That's just silly. They're kind enough to kill themselves for you. Don't make life harder and stuff. So, it wouldn't be a Dark Souls game unless you ran across flying buttresses in order to travel from rooftop to rooftop. So, cross that off of your Dark Souls bingo cards if you're playing along at home. And in addition, it wouldn't be a Dark Souls game without something trying to ambush you. Come here, Thrall. Go back to Hearthstone, Thrall. Wait, where'd you come from? Where did he come from? He wasn't there before, was he? I don't know. There's another Thrall over there. There's a dude right here. See, if you run ahead, like, right to the items, you get surrounded by enemies rather easily. So apparently the Thrall is just cool with being over there. In addition, there's this guy. How did you do that? What a magic man, man. So yeah, this is a huge ambush setup. Whoa, nice flamberge, dude. This is basically just one big ol' setup for that ambush. Was that item, that really crappy little soul of an undead traveler or whatever. You'll notice that we've got all these rude. These stakes kind of driven into this area. I don't exactly know why this would be, or what this practice would be for, but it might be just unique to this cathedral and their worship. You can see, look at all these chains just kind of draped along the area with, oh, I forget what these are called. Damn it, I knew what these are called. I looked it up specifically so I know what they were called, but it's slipping my mind. Sorry, guys. Those things are hanging down. It's very nice and opulent, but you can see that the place has been kind of forgotten to time over time because there's roots and trees just kind of growing through the area now. Okay, so these guys are cruising for a bruising, as you can see. They're set up here to truly annoy you. Along with that guy, who's set up there to make life difficult once you start fighting these guys. But luckily, he's a spearman, so it's common that he just sits behind and allows you to murder the snipers. Whoops. I meant to take a drink. I didn't want to take my binoculars out. Yes, there's an item over there. We'll grab that in a little bit. First off, let's run over here. So, you saw there was a Lloyd's talisman being thrown back there. It's kind of dangerous to stay in the middle of all those people. Who's throwing Lloyd's talismans? Is it you? Is it you? Not anymore, it's not. Oh, careful if she says that. She likes to try to get hugs. Oh, she just ignored everything. She poised through everything. Super armored through everything. Bam. It's not even poised. She just super armors through it because she was staggering and then she stopped staggering. We got some more Evangelist trousers. Why not? So you get some Lloyd's Talismans for... God, I'm always going to call them Lloyd's... Undead Hunter Charms. Jeez, I'm always going to call them Lloyd's Talismans. So we're going to leave that item there for just a moment or two. There's a reason for it. Oh, did you get parried? Oh, no! What a rough day for you, sir. Oh, that didn't go too well for you, buddy. I'm sorry. Okay, where's the ambush? Is it here? Almost. I feel like there's an ambush up above me that's gonna jump down. Maybe not. Maybe not quite. But there is a thrall in here, as you can see. Hi there. You're not being secretive. Oh, there they are. There they are. See, I knew it. I remembered this place. And hey, there's one right there. So the one on the wall there is actually a distraction for this guy, which is way better of an ambush. They evolved the ambush with these guys, which I think is really cool. I think that's actually a very, very good ambush technique. Was that, hey, remember, there's always one above the item, but there is one behind you the whole time, just waiting for you to get the item. So you're paying attention to the one above you and not the one behind you. Pretty cool. You're dead now. Lloyd's Talisman, Thrower. Or Hunter's Charm. God, I'm sorry, guys. It's gonna be the Lloyd's Talisman for me. I can't break Dark Souls 1 habits that easily. Hi there. Howdy. Aren't you fancy? You too. Get down there. So that's why we didn't pick that item up right away. Just wanted to show that you can get the drop... You can ambush the ambushers. I guess it's not much of an ambush, it's more like just the element of surprise. You can surprise the ambushers. Like that. If you're, if you come over there first and paying attention. Okay, so, here we once more have... Anime Fan. Hello, Anime Fan. You can see that, backstab that... the undead, the Grave Warden did, that's to prevent backstabs if you try and circle strafe. Backstabbing these guys is actually not very easy because of that move specifically. Oh, but sometimes they don't like to do it when they should. Okay, you're done. Drop me anything? Nah. Alright, we didn't look at the Grave Warden thing. We'll do that in a second. Come here. It's your turn. But luckily, that's a very predictable move, and once they back up like that, you know exactly what's going to happen. Well done, super armoring. See, that's something I'm not a big fan of, is that sometimes enemies just decide they don't want to take the staggering hit anymore and decide, just gonna not stagger now. Don't worry about it. Oh, hey. Are you gonna do that thing? Yeah, you are. Both of you are. Well, the easiest thing to do there is just run away and they'll die. It's not a good strategy. I've said it in other games. Lighting yourself on fire isn't smart. Don't do it. Grave Warden skirt. Rotting, tattered skirt. Attire of Grave Wardens of the Cathedral of the Deep. Grave Wardens were tasked with disposing of the ever-rising corpses that plagued the cathedral. Their clothes are utterly putrid, drenched in the blood and mucilage of their undertaking. Oh, mucilage, that's a great freaking word. Well done. I like it. So we come over here, there's a friendly little guy just waiting for us. See, you're supposed to pay attention to everything forward in front of you, but you shouldn't do that, it's a bad idea. And we can open these giant blue double doors. And that'll allow us into the cathedral proper, but for the time being, first we're going to come over here. And, let's do this thing. Really? Wow. Okay. Well, let's do this thing then. There's one. Now there's these 4, and... oh, there he is. Okay, ready? Oh, there he is! It's good to know that he's there. If you don't know he's there, that can be problematic. So now you can see we have 2 friends. Look, there is a friendly fire on that. Get it? Friendly fire? Oh, you can actually parry the leaping attack. Oh, that one was slow. Well, I guess I'll stop trying to parry, since I missed a couple times. But yeah, you can parry their leaping attacks, which is pretty cool. I should have tried to do it instead of running away like a coward. Oh well. And for our trouble, we get an ember. Not really worth the trouble, but hey, you know. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cathedral of the Deep. This is a pretty big area. A pretty opulent area. Look at that chandelier. That is opulent as hell. Everything looks nice. We got some thralls down there. Or a thrall down there, at least. This place is massive. And there's a giant right there. That's what you're hearing, if you're paying attention. This place, look at those menorahs, candelabras, whatever. There's a lot to do here, so let's get moving. But I just love this view. I love coming in here and you can scope out the area. So, another good reason for a fire weapon, slimes. Slimes are weak to fire. They are highly, highly, highly resistant to normal attacks. If you attack slimes with a normal, non-fire enchanted weapon, you are not going to do much to them. Pyromancy also works very well, obviously, because it's fire. Hell, even the torch is better than most normal weapons will be against slimes. So we got some undead priests here with dark red eyes, and they shoot fireballs at you. Alright, let's take a look at... well, after I'm done destroying things. I love destroying things. Let's take a look at these statues. Holy crap, let's take a look at these statues. Well, maybe I'll back up a little bit. So if you look at that, it is the depiction of someone on their knees, clutching their hands, their face draped with their robes, and their back has a massive, like a tumor-like protrusion coming out of it, just jutting out of their back, and all of these statues in here have that. Well, both of these statues. I said all. I was expecting more than 2. That is a hell of a depiction of something, and we'll see a good reason as to why that is the depiction on these statues in the future. For the time being, let's take a step onto this lift, shall we? You know what lifts usually mean in Dark Souls. It usually means that there's some sort of shortcut. So it comes out here to this gate that we have not seen before. I say could not. It is could not. And into these doors. Open, says me. And looky here, we're back at the bonfire. So let's take a seat here. It's going back to Firelink Shrine. Because we've got a couple of things we can do on business here. First things first, I'm going to take a seat here. We have an undead bone shard to burn, make our Estus flask just a little bit stronger. Next up, we're going to come over here. Well met, Ashy One. And, whoops, I meant to give her Umbral Ass the Paladin's Ashes. So yeah, she generally says the same thing about most ashes. With that, we've got some new items. We've got blooming purple moss clumps, which will cure toxin as well as poison. We've got dual charms, temporarily disable special effects in the vicinity. A tool used in Duels of Judgment, nulls effects of special area effects for a short time. All Father Lloyd's knights lived in fear of his Duels of Judgment, in which verdicts were carried out by his sword of law. So apparently All Father Lloyd was, rather strict. I kind of like All Father Lloyd, the fact that we don't know anything about him other than, item descriptions. Let's see. You can get the Canvas Talisman now, medium for casting Miracles of the Gods. Canvas Talismans are austere items carried by heralds. With unfaltering prayer, Canvas Talisman is an extremely good talisman. It has B scaling, it has a little bit of strength scaling with it as well. And overall, it's not a bad talisman at all. It's pretty darn good. It's pretty darn good. And finally, Lord's Shield Ring. Boosts damage absorption when HP is full. Ring given to Knights of the Way of White, depicting All Father Lloyd's Shield of Caste. Your damage absorption is boosted when HP is full. Much time has passed since the worship of Lloyd was common in the Way of White. The clerics of Karim have always strongly asserted that Lloyd was a derivative fraud, and that the All-Father title was self-proclaimed. Damn. So, this is kind of a useless ring. It reduces damage for one hit, and then you have to heal. It's the opposite of the Blue Tearstone ring. The Blue Tearstone ring also reduces damage for basically one hit when it's active. So, both of them are pretty darn useless. I'm going to buy it anyway. I mean, I'm rich. Ashy one. Be sure to bring me more souls, Ashy one.
Tis good, wasn't he?
So let's go talk to Andre. We can reinforce our Estus Flask one time. And reinforce our weapons. Uchigatana +3, hell yeah. Not going to really upgrade this Fire Longsword, even though we're running with the Fire Longsword right now. I don't plan to run with it forever. I just plan to run with it for as long as I feel like. Grey Rat has nothing new for us quite yet. I don't believe she has anything new for us quite yet either. Oh, I know what we could do. We could come over here to, Cornix. And why not reinforce... Oh, right, I forget. Reinforcing Pyromancy Flame takes Titanite Shards now. Damn. It used to be just a gold dump. Or a souls dump, as it were. Which is fine. Which I'm totally all for. But it taking upgrade materials as well is pretty rough.
Welcome, husband.
Well, in which case we will level up our dex a bit. 20 dex, why not?
Farewell, I've made the flame.
I do plan on doing basically a dex build. Right now we're doing quality for a bit. We'll look at some dex stuff later. Let's head back to the Cleansing Chapel. Now that we have opened up our shortcut.